What's going on, ballers? Welcome back. In today's video, we got some things we need to cover. So before we get started, let's take a look here at crypto bubbles. So the market is bleeding right now, but we're already through the first week of September, so we got 3 more weeks to go. Let's take advantage of these discounts while we can. October and November, these prices will go back up. We have Injective down 6%, XRP down 5%, Solana down 4%, and PayPay down 8%. So it's looking kind of bad for now, but just remember, this is all temporary. On CoinMarketCap, the Fear and Greed Index is at a 30, so a lot of fear from retail, but remember, whales and institutions are buying up everything. The price of Bitcoin right now is at 53,236. It's down 5% for the day. But as I just said though, we can see that when whales buy, the price of Bitcoin goes right up. And in 2020, it was the same thing. And in this cycle, it's going to be even worse because more people enter the market. Ethereum down 7% for the day. It's at 2,189. A lot of this stuff at a great discount. So, the CEO of America's oldest bank says crypto will not dethrone the US dollar. And a major reason to that is because there's a lot more volatility in crypto. And crypto is a digital asset. You see, cash, people can have it digitally, and the dollar, people can have it digitally, and people can have the dollar in cash. So even though cash has lost so much of its value, cash doesn't lose 20% of its value in a week or in a month. The value has gone down over time. And that's the reason why a lot of people want it. And, there's always security for it. It's FDIC insured. The Federal Reserve is involved, the government. So it's not like crypto where it's just an asset that people just kind of put their money into and hope for the best. Advocates call for crypto to be discussed at the U.S. presidential debate on September 10th, which will be on ABC. Hopefully they discuss something about crypto. We know Donald Trump is already pro-crypto. Kamala Harris, not so much, but maybe she has a change of heart. This article right here says Telegram founder Pavel Durov releases first public comments since his arrest in France. And he says, using laws from the pre-smartphone era to charge a CEO with crimes committed by third parties on the platform he manages is a misguided approach. Building technology is hard enough as it is. No innovator will ever build new tools if they know they can be personally held responsible for potential abuse of those tools. And I agree, I'm never going to want to build an app if I know I'm responsible for everything that you're going to say and do on the app. Especially, think about X and Elon Musk. I mean, we have different laws here in America as to people, in Australia and Europe. So there's people in Europe right now who are getting arrested for Facebook posts. So, if he were to go right now to the UK, he could be arrested just because he has a platform where people might be saying things that are, undesirable by the government. So, very controversial. Coinbase to face shareholder lawsuit over SEC risks, judge rules. The lawsuit accuses the largest U.S. crypto exchange of downplaying the likelihood of being sued by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. U.S. District Judge Brian Martinotti ruled on September 5th that shareholders adequately alleged that Coinbase and top executives defrauded them. The decision highlighted that the class action lawsuit correctly described a favorable picture of the improbability that the SEC would file an enforcement action by repeatedly emphasizing that crypto assets they listed were not securities. I'm sick of hearing about the SEC, but at the end of the day, hopefully, we can get rid of them soon. And if Kamala wins, we still have to deal with Gary Gensler. We'll see how that goes. Bitcoin slides to a 1-month low as jobs data trigger volatility. Stocks are really bad right now. Crypto's not looking too well. And in the video, if you go check it out from yesterday, I told you guys about how a lot of the rich people, they're making sure that they have cash liquid available so that as the economy continues to worsen in the coming months, if things continue to look the way that they're looking right now, they'll have enough cash on hand to buy assets at a discount because things are going to continue to get cheaper. And the rich, they understand the economic cycles. So they'll make sure that they can buy these assets at a lower price. MasterCard's crypto debit card integrates with Apple and Google Pay. So we did hear about the integration with people's crypto wallets and stuff yesterday. However, in the article, it did not mention that there would be a crypto payment solution and that MasterCard would integrate with Apple and Google Pay, which is very cool. Also, it says that Cardano joins Ripple, Hedera, and other crypto giants in a new alliance. And the alliance was launched by Hedera co-founder Lehman Baird, who highlighted the collaborative effort spanning multiple ecosystems in a press release on Thursday. Says, "We're happy to welcome Input and Output as a founding member. Their deep expertise and insight will be a great asset to the DREC Alliance." Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano and CEO of Input Output, emphasized the alignment with the company's foundational principles. Input Output has always been committed to an open source principles, cross-industry collaboration, and blockchain interoperability. As an industry seeking to drive wider adoption, we should all be committed to the relentless pursuit of security, accessibility, and improving the user experience. So that's good that, these blockchains are not just looking out for their own self-interest, but, for everybody's interest and all the users' best interest. UK crypto regulation, FCA rejects 87% of crypto firm applications, which is crazy. The UK FCA has rejected 87% of crypto firm registration requests, accepting only 4 out of 35 submissions. The high rejection rate is due to strict anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism regulations that crypto firms must comply with. And that's always their excuse, right? Anti-money laundering and anti-terrorism, at the end of the day, they just always have some type of reason. And Russia developing crypto infrastructure to evade Western sanctions, Chain Analysis reports. Now, Russia, by 2025, they're going to have their own digital ruble. They're going to test it within Russia, and then if things work as they should, then they're going to start to use it outside of Russia's borders. Now, we know that in Japan, they're going to start using their banks and stuff with the XRP ledger. So a lot of countries are going to start using digital currencies and stuff for exchanges. And I think that the US dollar is going to be under threat. And if the United States doesn't have something to offer, then countries are going to shift away from the US dollar, especially countries within BRICS. So, yeah, things for the dollar are not looking too bright for the future. This article right here says, Bybit gains formal consent for full authorization in Kazakhstan, which is very good news. In a September 6 press release, Bybit said it aims to tap into the growing crypto market in Kazakhstan and the broader Commonwealth of Independent States region. And Ripple co-founder among Kamala Harris's new corporate endorsers. So, the co-founder of Ripple and executive chairman Chris Larsen is among the 88 corporate leaders who endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris to be the future president of the U.S. In a letter, crypto companies have been very active in the current U.S. presidential election run, building a $169 million war chest at the Fair Shake PAC, for which Ripple is one of the top contributors. So one thing I'm going to say is a lot of people in crypto really are more pro-Trump than Kamala, and Trump is more pro-crypto than Kamala. So if you're part of XRP Army, let me know how you feel about this. I'm not going to really comment on this and get into the politics. It's a little funny, but, I think what this means is that they already know Trump is pro-crypto. So what they're probably doing is they're just going to go towards Kamala's side just because they're going to say, hey, at the end of the day, Trump already gave us the green light. We're going to go to Kamala and make sure that if she gets elected, we'll be okay too, because we don't want to be on her bad side in case she wins the election. So, I think they're kind of just playing politics at this point, making sure that they'll be good regardless. And that's how politics works, right? They just try to watch out for their own back and look out for their own self-interest. And if we take a look at this Twitter post, it says, Ripple has filed a letter requesting a stay of the monetary portion of the court's judgment entered on August 7th, 2024. The SEC has consented to the request for a stay. Now, pretty much like to sum it down, It's saying that Ripple, okay, let's go down. So Ripple doesn't have to immediately pay a large sum, which helps their cash flow. It can be crucial for business operations, especially for a company like Ripple, which might need the liquidity for its projects or operations. The bad thing is the interest. They still have to pay interest on the amount, which means the total cost might increase over time. Managing this process, including setting up the fund and legal fees, might still be costly. So they're kind of just, pushing things down the road, and that's really all they're doing. Just making sure that this whole case is legitimate and getting a second opinion. It's quite common for legal disputes, especially where large sums are involved, allowing companies to continue operating while legal matters are sorted out. So that's really what it is. So anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.